a fun fact. Finding Nemo is 18 years old.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm to work on you, and it's a nice day.
You are PETA.
Then we get to go get vaccinated in like 45 minutes.
Go get your vaccines, people.
Get that done. Let's get this province opened up. So, yeah, we're gonna get as much done as we can today. I'm tired of the drawers.
The drawers, you haven't even built the drawers.
Yeah, I know,
so don't even
but I've been installing them. But installing the toilet, that'll be a nice change of pace, so we'll get that done.
I can pee in it today.
No peeing it until you're gone, and then you guys get to clean it out.
You're gonna get a phone call while I'm on the road. There's pee all over the
Oh,
van.
I know. We need to get like a bag to dump that, so. Alrighty, let's get going, get a little bit done before the vaccine.
Hey, we're Chris and Nicole, and we've spent the last few months building our dream tiny home on wheels. We are now nearing the finish line with our first road trip in just a few weeks. We are excited to be putting the finishing touches on the kitchen and dining area and seeing everything begin to take shape.
Check out these drawers.
Dirty inside.
Yeah, pretty dirty, but whoop. There we go.
Nice.
Latched in place.
She's in.
Still need some like trim all around there, but they look good. The locking mechanisms. That's
That is
nice.
dirty.
That is a very dirty. There's my tool that I will lose later.
All right, let's go get our vaccines. Are you excited?
Yeah, get it done.
It'll just be nice, especially with me going back to shooting weddings later this summer. It will definitely be nice, feeling a little bit safer. Chris is out every day in the public as well, working, so it just adds that level of extra protection for us. And
Yeah, that's
and
good.
heading
over with.
Yeah, let's get this over with and let's get back to life as the new normal. That was easy? Don't do that.
It's all good.
All right, now back to drawers.
Back to the drawers.
Except I
And
need
toilet.
Oh, and the toilet. I need a paint roller. I'm waiting for Canadian Tire to give me my paint rollers.
All right, time to put in the toilet, which actually isn't too hard of a task. Nicole's back there making lots of noise, so excuse that. But yeah, so we've already got that box that we put the rails on. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and screw those rails in there. These are a little bit easier because you just line them up with the back post there. I've already drilled through and ran this hose because I had to run it back through there because there was no space when this box pushed back, and then instead I put a cross beam there to kind of still give this support. So yeah, I'm gonna screw that in, and then this box should be good to go, and then we'll install the toilet in here. So we've got that installed there. You can see the rails down there on the bottom. And then we've got the vent hose coming in from the side there, up. Little zip tie up here. That leads to the side of the toilet. I had to swap it because the vent was venting out the other side, but you could just swap the sides. This is now the intake, and that's the outtake. And then, yeah, then it's wired in there, and the fan is running. You can barely hear it. There's just a little bit of suction on this side, and underneath the van you can hear a little bit of the fan, but there's really not much, so it doesn't use much power. Then when we're done with it, just slide away. The toilet's all bolted in there, and then we're going to put that face on, and I'm going to have to bend this handle in just because it sticks out a little bit further than we want it to, but other than that, the toilet is done. And drawers are coming along nicely. So you can see we've got all of the drawer slides in there, and then we just worked on we just have to do a little bit of reworking on the U-shaped drawer that goes around that plumbing there. And then the last drawer to do, we've already got the drawer built, but I need to put the slides in for this cutlery drawer that's going to be above the fridge. And Nicole's over here working hard to try to finish them all off, all the finishing touches with the nice paint. Oh, look how nice that looks.
That'll look good.
Yeah, it looks really good. And then I think we might have some nice wood covers coming for the top of this bedside kind of cubby thing. Check out those drawers. They're not really fully installed, but they look amazing. And there's hidden hinges in there, so you can't even see the hinges. It's all thanks to this guy. Taylor.
Because we can't do any of this. Taylor is way more talented than Chris and I put together.
Yeah. We were looking at our handiwork here with the nice little gap that we got to fix here, but and then like,
and then Taylor
then this comes up with this. Yeah, those look amazing.
Thank you, Taylor.
You're welcome. I'm
Yeah.
glad you like them.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, the coconut stuff for our toilet. The stuff that goes in the toilet, anyways, is here. Which, in other words, is cat litter for the litter box.
Cat litter. It's coconut core.
It feels like cat litter. It basically
Are you a glorified cat?
Well, it's a poop box, and we're putting the litter in. So I think it's time to go fill it up because it's actually working. Maybe we'll try it out too. But yeah, so fans hooked up and everything. So it's just all it needs is this, and then it's totally usable. So we're gonna top that up, figure out how much we need to put in.
Your workstation's a little full in here, friend.
I know, there's lots of stuff in here.
Is this how how it's gonna look like when we're living in here?
Hopefully not. Okay. So it says, fill the cat litter to or above the agitator in the litter box.
I don't think it says cat litter.
I was kind of expecting like coconut stuff.
So did I. I'm surprised it's black.
Yeah, it's like, it's coconut fiber. What is it called?
Coconut core.
Coconut core. This is the only time my hands will ever go into this thing.
Oh, it's definitely the first of many.
We went to Canadian Tire and got some seats or chairs and stuff that we want to try out. Got a few extra and then we'll return the stuff that we don't like, but a nice big woods chair. 2 of them actually. Let's go see how Nicole likes them. I think that's how it works. I feel like you can definitely sit here and you can definitely get cozy. Well, guys hold up to 400 pounds. This is why we bought 2 chairs.
I thought this was one for both.
Yeah. So table might be a little high for the lounger chair. So we're gonna try a different chair and see, because we also got a second one of those. Okay, so as we sit here and eat our dinner and try out the high table, the big table, and the small table with our different chairs. This is a more upright chair and that's a more lounger. The decision is we're going with those chairs with that table. We spend more time just lounging than we do eating.
And we don't often eat at a table anyways. When we eat inside, we're eating at the coffee table on the floor.
Yeah. So
we're not normal people.
And we're testing out eating in the middle of our driveway.
We're actually in the neighbor's driveway.
Yeah, we're in the neighbor's driveway. And if we went inside and ate, we probably wouldn't build up the courage to come out here and continue working. So
We're going to be back out here till dark again.
Yep. Well, it's already like 8 o'clock. It's 8:15. All right. Finish up your food. I think we're just joining you in on this moment where we're feeling pretty hysterical about how this build just keeps going on and on and on, but it's a love-hate relationship.
I don't think we're ever to be done.
I know. So
it's
what
10
is it, like
o'clock
10 o'clock at night?
Oh, just kill me.
So tomorrow's another full day.
If these drawers aren't done by tomorrow, I'm just throwing them on the road and we're going to roast.
I know.
That's all I have to say.
The drawers are definitely.
This has been 4 weeks of this shit.
Self-defeating drawers, yeah.
If anybody wants to come build drawers for me, please, like, I will pay you like whatever you're looking for to come finish these damn drawers.
The hard part is you build the drawers, which is complex enough, and then you shove them in there and they don't seem to fit properly, and then it's like, okay, now I gotta like trim off the top and. So
trying to like finish them, paint them, and then the paint roller dries, and then you gotta like go to Canadian Tire to get more paint. We ordered the wrong paint roller. Yeah. So we're using the table saw to cut paint rollers.
Well, bonus is we don't have to go inside to use the washroom anymore. We got a toilet installed, so.
I'm pooping in it tomorrow.
Yeah, no, you're not. We'll see you in the morning.
Bye.
Whoa! A little privacy over here.
What are you doing?
We're going to coffee time on my phone.
What? Excuse me?
It was the most convenient seat in the morning. In our dump of a van right now.
Literally dump.
We need to clean this out before we can do any work today. Just gotta clean up our dump of a van. Oh God. That looks delicious in the morning. What is this?
Athletic greens.
Athletic greens. The next thing that Nicole is trying out. See, I'm gonna wait and see what your response is before I taste it.
Good.
Actually?
Yeah, it's not as I thought it was gonna be way thicker.
It's green though.
It's like all your veggies that you do not green.
Yeah. Smells interesting. It's a very interesting taste. Now what I'm gonna do, now that we've got the toilet all done, I'm gonna close this section off so we can actually bring this cover all the way down to the floor and finish that off, and then that'll allow us to put a nice piece of trim there, and then we can kind of call this piece done. Okay, got a little bit of a structure down there, starting to anyways, and then Nicole's working on the Nicole's working on the tongue groove to kind of cut the piece that's gonna go there, and then over here we're gonna figure out some way to kind of open up this flap so we can shove stuff in there like shoes and stuff, because you better get this whole depth of this kind of cubby space by doing that. So, and then these supports give the upper cabinet a bit more strength in case someone was sitting here or something like that. So I made sure that the little pieces are directly in line with the vertical supports that are above it. So the way I think this is going to work is we've got this will all be covered up by tongue and groove. Then what I'm going to do is build a plywood kind of half box. It's going to go from here to here and put a hinge on there, and then we can open it up, it'll swing open, and you can access all this, like put shoes inside here and stuff. And then I might need to find some way to kind of lock it in place when it goes over here. I could put like a little cabinet lock or something, but I cut off the end here so there's lots of space, and then we'll just box this in with 2 pieces of plywood. And we now have a shoe cubby. So there's a piano hinge there that holds that on. Kind of just latches in here. Doesn't even latch, it just stays shut on its own. Doesn't really seem to move them. We'll probably put a hole to pull your finger through. Piece of 10 groove.
There you
go. So you can check out these clips here. So when you pull on them, it unlatches. It's got a little latching mechanism on the top. And then there's a little piece of plastic underneath here that's installed for the clip to go into. And when you just give them a push shut, they lock closed and they won't open while you're driving. So we are putting lipstick on the van in the form of trim to fill in all these gaps where we had rough cuts and stuff like that. Then we'll paint them, or we'll use maybe some melamine tape or paint depending on how it works, but looks good.
It looks so bright, I'm not used to seeing white back here.
I know. Okay, there?
Yep. In?
The lipstick is on the pig.
Oh my gosh, who says that?
Isn't it like put lipstick on a pig and make it look better than it? You don't know what's underneath because there's lipstick on it. Every now and then you just need to do a little bit of a cleanup to see where you currently are with the project. And I'd say it looks pretty good. So let's go for a little tour. Got the shoe cubby down there.
Soft closed drawers.
Still gotta push them shut, but they they
So
kind of suck themselves closed.
That's in and almost done.
Mostly in, need to work on a little bit, but it's looking pretty good. At least looks good there. The cubbies are up there. They're not, we need to put some brackets on them, but they look good.
And with the footer that's coming from Taylor, this is where they're set down here to hide.
Yeah, and the footer's gonna go straight across the foot of the bed. So kind of keep this kind of theme of this walnut wood kind of carrying through the entire van all the way through the back. Looking good. So we've got to go, we're not done for the night, but we figured we'd clean up, and then that way
Reset.
at least
We'll have some dinner.
feel a little bit better about the workspace. Little status update, that's what it looks like. Another day, another project, and this is one of the last projects actually that we got to do, last big projects. And that's to try to tackle building this table, which is going to slide up from underneath the bed. And we need to be able to attach the rails to the side and then go and figure out a way to mount this underneath the bed so that it actually can support all the weight that we're going to put on it. And then my thought is I'm going to build all the structure outside of the van, and then that way I can build or attach that structure to the bottom of the bed once I get in there. So we'll give that a try. Okay, rails are installed. You can see they slide out there. They slide out a little bit further. So now what I'm going to do is take some 2x3s probably and mount one to both sides, and then that'll be what I attach the rest of the structure to. So we'll put those on as the side rail. I'm going to take these 2x3s and mount them onto the side of the rails here. That allows the 2x3 to protrude a little bit higher than this rail. And then I can create some runners. I can run a runner from this side to this side, and then using that structure I can then mount that up into the bottom of the bed. And then I've got lots of spots where I can connect into other parts. So I think that's gonna work. Just need to mount that in there, put another one on this side, and then create some supports across the top. All right, table is somewhat installed. You can see it's under there. Can't roll forward though because we haven't created a hole here yet. So I've measured it out. It's nice and center with the door here, with the center of the van. The bed, this beam is not center with the van, which kind of throws you off because the bed's not center with the van because we've got these side cubbies. So it's kind of half installed here with a few screws and stuff, and then I've went underneath and measured where the corners are, and then I should be able to use those markings that I made on the back of the wood there to drill some 4 holes, which would allow me to connect the dots to create a rectangle on this side, and then jigsaw it all out. All right, let's pull the table out. Look at that. So it just slides right back in. Right now we're on a huge slant, so it wants to come out, but so we'll have to figure out a locking mechanism for it to go in there. What we're basically thinking is putting a face on there, and then I was going to use the same clips we used on all the other drawers, but I don't think they're going to work here just because they're so thick, so we might need to find a different solution. But looks good.
Good job, buddy.
All right, instead of those latches that we used on all the other drawers, we're going to go with one of these double ball catches. You see, so they'll hide inside the drawer face, and then they'll catch in here. And the nice thing about these catches, it looks like they're a little pricey, but you can adjust them, so you can decide how much tension you want. So we'll put quite a bit of tension on there so that you have to give it a good pull to open, and then hopefully that way if we hit the brakes, there's enough tension there to keep this thing from sliding loose. Next up on the showcase of the evening, drawer clips, or cupboard clips. Cupboard clips.
Drawer clip?
Give it a try. Ooh, nice and tight in there. They don't even rattle. Excuse me.
Nice.
So they're kind of hidden. They go right on the back of the drawer, clip onto there, nice and simple, and they clip in. So we still need to put the the struts on, but we're gonna wait till some of this edge taping is done and this is cleaned up. But then there will be things in there that'll hold this up. And we may need to even put some like little rubber stoppers along the sides here or something, so that way there's like zero chance of rattle. But that's nice and secure. Just came back out from dinner and was using the fan before, but now when I turn the fan on, it tries to spin and then just constantly beeping. Doesn't seem like anything. Eventually it stops, so I'm gonna try pulling the fuse and see what happens, but hopefully this is not a sign that our fan is like failing. Okay, fuse is reset. That was messed up. Hopefully that's like a one-off thing and doesn't go the way of our screen up there that doesn't like to turn on. By the way, I haven't said that. Our screen is once again not turning on quite often, so I think it's gonna have to get like the whole head unit replaced. Oh, there, then it works, but it hasn't worked all day, so no idea about that problem, and let's hope that this does not become a problem.
All right, final drawer went in. Looks so good.
It's a big one too.
It's big drawer.
Cutlery drawer.
Oh, looks so good. Trim went on. Looks so good. Final door for the toilet is in the garage drying.
Yep.
It looks unreal.
Looks really good.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Guess what time it is?
Oh, I don't even want to.
11:16.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard, long night. Worth it.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we're calling it
The
a
end of
night.
the week.
A week.
Yeah.
I'm happy with all the progress we made this week.
Yeah.
So.
No. We've done really well. So.
Lots more awesome stuff to come. Next week we are heading to another beautiful cabin in Halliburton, and I'm hoping that this van is going to be that much closer to be getting ready, because in a few short weeks we'll be hitting on the road, heading out on the road. I'm too tired to talk, so you can't even talk. You're just looking at me. So thanks again for tuning in. We love all your support. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, give us a like, leave a comment below, and we will see you.
See you in the next video.
Bye.
Are you going crazy with the edge tape? It is like what, 8:30, and we have not ate dinner yet.
Bye.
Lost my mind.